Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am your host, Jaskura Morales, with my friend.
Bruh. This nigga said Joshua Business talking out.
But
I'm gonna
yeah,
let you
yeah.
finish though.
But yeah, guys, we are back with another installment, edition. We are back with another episode of the Culture Labs podcast with my homie, my broski, my day one, my slime, my no, let me stop. Fat Mike.
Ugh. That nigga said my phone. I ain't never heard that shit before. But you already know we had to hit y'all with a new podcast episode. It's been such a long time, and I just thought, or we just thought, what better way to start the year off with a video from us? So we're here now to talk about Wonder Woman. Was it 84?
Yeah, Wonder Woman 84. Yep.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Wonder Woman 1984. Give our little opinion on it, and then we gonna get out of here, and then we gonna see y'all in the next video. So
yes, sir. Now, Wonder Woman 84 has been causing a ton of controversy. Like, I know y'all, if y'all are living under a rock or whatever, but Wonder Woman 84 is getting a ton of hate, a ton on the internet. They're calling it cheesy, corny, the worst superhero movie ever, which I completely disagree with. There are way worse superhero movies than Wonder Woman 84. Wonder Woman 84 isn't even that bad, but we'll get into that more as we keep going along. People are bringing up a bunch of problems with the film, and I'm just here to talk about that and what I think about it. So, Fatmic, you go first. Tell the people what you think about Wonder Woman 84.
shoot, honestly, Wonder Woman 84 to me is I'll say this. It's not a perfect film. It's not an amazing film. It's just a great, good kind of film. Like it keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's way better than the last one. I will say that, because the last one to me was boring, and I love that this one had more of a lighter tone in the beginning. The colors were vibrant, and the acting was way better. It's just a lot of stuff that I really like. But one thing in particular that I did like one actor that I did like in particular was Pedro Pascal. Like, he's been in a lot of stuff lately that I've seen, and he really acted his ass off in this movie, and he deserves a lot of credit. Because I mean, Gal Gadot did do her thing, but if you ask me, that nigga carried the movie. He carried that film. The last villain that she had, Ares, trash. And I'm pretty sure Josh would agree with me.
No, most definitely. Ares was awful. Ares is a very bad villain. And I did not like his costume. I did not like his actor. And that's not nothing against the actor. I mean, he did what he had to do with the role. It wasn't Ares. And I mean, a ton of people agree with me. It just wasn't Ares. He didn't have the voice. But with Pedro Pascal, like Fat Mike said, he ate, bro. I've been watching The Mandalorian, and he's been doing better. He did way better in season 2 of Mandalorian than he did in season 1, in my opinion. Season 2 is just better overall for The Mandalorian. But Pedro Pascal did such a good job. I was so impressed with how he carried the character. His name is Maxwell Lord is the character's name. The plot of him is that he's just this guy who's down on his luck, basically. People making fun of him and doing this, that, and the third. But then he comes across that a wishing stone, and then he's like, let me be the wishing stone. And he transforms into the wishing stone, and he makes people's wishes come true. And it just corrupts him. Like, it makes him evil. It makes him like a really evil person. So it just goes into that and greed, and how, you know, even though you get what you wish for, isn't always the best. And it had a really good one. I like Wonder Woman 84's message that, you know, even though you could wish for a ton of stuff, doesn't mean it's always in the best interest or is always necessary. So, but yeah, Pedro did a good job.
It doesn't always mean it's going to turn out right. Like, it can,
Yeah,
your wish can come true. It can start off good, and then it can end terribly.
Facts.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I like how it kind of resembled the whole monkey's paw situation. If you ever read that book, back in school.
Yeah.
It kind of resembled that because every time somebody made a wish, something horrible would happen. I think somebody's son died or something in that book. But yeah, Pedro Pascal did his thing. He carried that movie in my opinion. Gal Gadot, she still did her thing. Chris Pine, it's always good to see him. What else? Cheetah. What's her name again? Actress's name.
Oh, Kristen Wiig. Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, Kristen Wiig. She surprised me because I mean, after seeing her on SNL, I was a little confused on why they would cast an SNL actor to be in a.
And she was in Ghostbusters 2016, so and that didn't.
Yeah, that movie bombed. So I was a little confused on why she got the role, but I mean, Patty Jenkins knew what she was doing, so I commend her on making that decision to cast Kristen Wiig, because she did her thing too. Although I kind of feel like they could have focused more on Cheetah, since she's like one of Wonder Woman's like one of her most deadliest villains to me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If we're talking about like ground level villains, because like she faces gods and the other stuff too, right? But I feel like if they would have focused on her more, people would have liked Cheetah a lot more. And the CGI I was worried about the CGI for Cheetah too. The CGI looks pretty good.
I don't know, bro. The CGI for Cheetah was decent. It wasn't nothing special. I feel like this.
It was just right. It wasn't like how Black Panther CGI was, like when they were falling. Like, it wasn't like that. Like it looked like she had actually turned into like a cheetah, like humanoid hybrid type creature, and it wasn't like you could tell that it was CGI. Like, she looks pretty real.
Well, like I was saying, I didn't like Cheetah's. Okay, now even though the CGI was good for Cheetah, I wish they would have went with a different design for Cheetah. And what I mean by that is I wish they would have done. I don't know if y'all seen Justice League War, but Cheetah was in it, if I remember correctly, and she had like a black shirt and like biker shorts, and she looked cool. Like, I love that design. I think what really hindered the way Cheetah looked for me was just that I didn't like that she had like no shirt or pants on. Like, she was just naked. Like, no, bro, I'm not out here getting turned on by no cat. Like, bro, just put a shirt on. Like, bro. So
Justice
yeah,
League War?
Yeah, Justice League War. She was in that. I'm pretty sure she was. Yeah.
Is that that's from like the New 52 animated movies?
Nah. This was before New 52. This was when this movie, Justice League War, is the movie where like Batman had like contingencies for if all the heroes went bad, and then like the villains hacked and found the weaknesses, and they used their weaknesses against them. It's a really good movie. If y'all haven't watched it, go watch Justice League War. It's a really good movie.
Oh,
now you remember.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yes,
I haven't seen those in a minute. I haven't seen that particular one in a minute. The last old Justice League animated movie I remember seeing was it's the one with Supergirl, Superman, Batman, and Darkseid. I forgot what
Deadliest Friends. I think that's like Batman, Superman, Deadliest Friends or something. That was a good one. I know exactly what movie you're talking about.
It's the one where Batman had hacked into Darkseid's stuff or whatever the fuck. And then he threatened to blow up Darkseid's planet, and that nigga was like, "You dare?"
Batman, Superman, Apocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That was like the last like old DC movie I saw that was like animated. So when you said that movie, I was thinking you were talking about one of those New 52 animated movies that are still kind of recent. within like 2017 through like 19 through 2020. But yeah, Wonder Woman.
But back on topic. Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, we're still on topic with like DC stuff, but back to Wonder Woman though. I loved the costume. I loved how it started off with that whole mall scene where she basically swooped in and saved the day without any injuries to the public, like that. Like the little black girl that she saved, she didn't get hurt. I did think that one robber that grabbed that other little girl and put her over like the ledge or whatever, I thought that was a little bit much. I thought that was a little unnecessary. I'm like, bro, like, man, talking about some, I don't want to go back to jail, but like, you don't go back to jail because you killed a little kid because you're doing that. So,
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you definitely going to prison. You definitely going to jail.
Like, or going back to jail after doing some crazy mess like that. But yeah, I really liked how that movie started off. Love the colors. Her costume looked way more comic book accurate.
People say that a lot, that they liked her costume this time around. I personally, Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman movie, costume was better. Like, I mean, honestly though, I really like that costume.
The first one?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was still like Zack Snyder inspired, and I didn't like how like the colors were dim, because Wonder Woman's suit is colorful. She represents that red, gold, and that blue so well. And like that whole first movie where she had that suit, those colors were, and then it just reminded me too much of fucking BBS and shit. But yeah, what did you like?
Let me go into it. Okay, so Fatmic said his piece, and I'm gonna say my piece. Now this is where me and Fatmic disagree like heavily. I do not believe that Wonder Woman 84 is better than Wonder Woman 1. I don't believe that. Now, in terms of villain, I'm giving Wonder Woman 84 the dub. 24/7, that's where it shines. Pedro Pascal is 100% better than Ares, but Wonder Woman 1, there's nothing beating Wonder Woman 1, bro. That's just not. I'm sorry, like everything in that movie hit. Now, Wonder Woman 84 is a good to decent. It's a decent to good movie. I give Wonder Woman 84, I say like a 7 out of 10. Where like the first Wonder Woman was like a 9 or like a 10. Like that movie was actually really good. I really enjoyed a lot about Wonder Woman. Yes, it's a 9, bro.
That shit a 6.
What are you talking about? No.
Not that great, bro.
It is good. It's such a good. Wonder Woman 1 is such a good movie. I don't know why my mom and you hate Wonder Woman 1 so much. She didn't like Wonder Woman 84 too, by the way, but I don't know why y'all hate Wonder Woman 1 so much. That was actually a good movie. That's a really good movie.
You didn't like this one either?
She didn't like Wonder Woman 84 either.
She didn't?
Nope.
Wow.
No.
That's crazy, man. This one was way better. What is so much better about the first one?
I don't know, it's just like the acting and the time period. Bro, okay, maybe it's just me, but I just love when movies like set in like World War One. I just love the setting of it. What's up, Ed? What's up, Isaiah? Welcome to the stream. We just wondering Wonder Woman. But
Nah, this setting was way better. I like it when they do like stuff set back in like the 80s, especially when like, you know how it was in the mall. Like, I love that shit.
Yeah.
All that stuff was cool. What else? Just the colors, how like it just looked pretty nostalgic. Even though I know I wasn't born in that year, it just looked I just like the 80s. I don't know what it is about the 80s. I just like the 80s, bro. And the costumes were fire.
I don't know, bro. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like it, bro. I didn't like the first Wonder Woman like that, bro.
Bruh, the No Man's Land scene is a banger, and I don't want to.
Let's talk about, bro.
Okay,
And
but that's the
one,
best part of the movie.
This one was way more Wonder Woman. We finally got to see the invisible jet, nigga. We got to see her fly. We got to actually see her fly, not levitate like how she did in the fucking first movie.
That flying animation was corny and cheesy, bruh. Even though it was cool to know that, like, hey, Wonder Woman can fly. That was awfully, like, CGI'd.
Now
it was terrible.
Now we know that she has all her powers, though. She has her powers now.
I mean, well, I haven't watched Wonder Woman 1 in such a while. I just remember loving that movie. But...
And another thing, I didn't know she could turn stuff invisible. I didn't know that's how the invisible jet came about, unless...
I don't read Wonder Woman comic books, so I don't know if she can do that, but that is cool if she can.
I guess that was just something that they came up with.
Yeah.
That was just really cool. Steve Trevor... I feel like they could have handled the whole Steve Trevor thing differently. Because...
What you mean? I think they did good with that. I think that was a good part of it. And they handled it well.
I remember in like a comic book or whatever that Steve Trevor actually has like a grandson or a great grandson or whatever. Same name, same everything. He just looks like Steve Trevor. He looks exactly like him. So they could have did something like that.
You didn't like the wish thing?
That's why I didn't like how they killed him off in that first movie. Like, it was just unnecessary to me. Nah, bruh. That death was not unnecessary. That line was cold too. Wonder what I can save today, but you can save bruh. Oh my gosh, Chris Pines ate that. He ate that, bro. He ate that, bro. He really did. I can save today, but you can save tomorrow. Ugh. I feel like that was so unnecessary, bro.
It wasn't unnecessary. He was the only one that could do it. All the other people were out. I remember, yeah. He was the only one that was able to like get up there and do his thing.
I mean, they had to kill him, though.
There was no other way.
He could have jumped out of the plane.
There wasn't enough time. There wasn't enough time.
Man, nah.
There wasn't enough
time. That's like saying there was not enough time for Cap to jump out of the plane before he got frozen.
There wasn't. What are you talking about? If you watch the first Captain America, there was definitely no time for him to leave. Like, he had to go now.
I don't know, bro. But I mean, what are your likes about Wonder Woman 84 though? Because I mean, I kind of told a little bit of what I liked about the film. And the only thing I really disliked. My bad.
Nah, keep going.
I forgot to say that. But the only thing I really like disliked was they should have explained the abilities of the stone a little more. Because it kind of confused me at certain points.
What I loved about Wonder Woman 84 was, like I said, Pedro Pascal. I like the wishing stone element. I mean, they could have done different stuff with it, but I like the wishing stone, the concept of it, having whatever you want and stuff like that.
Yeah, they could have made the wishing stone like more of a god, like how it was described. You know. Cause they said the Duke of Deception or something. They said the Duke of Deception or something. They could have actually shown like I mean, I guess that's kind of what they did with Max Lord's character though, when he became the Stone. So okay, I'll let that slide. I don't really have too many dislikes on this movie. I think that was my only one, besides the whole thing with Cheetah, where she beat the shit out of that dude for too long. I mean, like, I understand he was catcalling you and stuff, but like, All she really needed to do was throw him up against the truck. That would have scared the shit out of him enough, and she
Oh yeah,
could have
he
walked
beat.
away
Yeah,
with
she
him.
beat the crap out of dude. He was like bleeding, and she like kicked him. He bro. Yeah, Cheetah was about it. Cheetah was about it, man. But
Yeah, she did a little. She did a little too much. I mean, I think that was like the only thing I didn't really like. And I mean, that's more of a nitpick. I don't really have any negatives for this movie. I really enjoyed watching it. There was no time where I was like, oh, this is boring. Like I was intrigued
right.
the whole time. Gal Gadot acted way better in this movie than she did in the last one. I feel like her acting was a little more stale in the first one.
No, well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Her acting changes because she's evolved. Because and Wonder Woman, when you got to think about it, like she's coming fresh off of Themyscira. She's not really used to talking.
She kind of lost her accent too. Well, the whole, cause like remember when she first popped up in BVS, she still kind of had like the whole accent or whatever, and then in Justice League she still had it, and then in the first movie that she had, she still had it, and now in this one, like it was present, but like sometimes in different scenes it was like she was speaking in like an American accent, like how Tom Holland does. Like you can't tell that nigga's British.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I think like it just goes back, like I was saying, once she gets off of the island, she loses it. Maybe because she's so used to like being in modern day, like she just loses it. You know, like Wanda from the Avengers movies. Like she loses it because she's been training with Black Widow to like be more like not saying that like a sore thumb. You know what I mean? Like that. But that
I mean, I know that, but like, I know that, but what I'm saying is like, because even in BVS, that's like later in like the timeline, so it should have been gone, but she still had it.
I guess that's an inconsistency, yeah. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Gal Gadot is she's an okay actor to me.
Yeah,
Like,
she's an okay actor. You remember in Justice League when she was like, "Kal-El, no," and it was like terrible. Acting was awful.
She's not a bad actress. I just feel like sometimes she's just not passionate enough. But in this film, she definitely did her thing. I'm not gonna discredit her.
Yeah, she did good. I'm glad that she did better. I mean, I feel like she needs acting classes, but we'll talk about that for another day. Then she needs to do what Megan Fox did for Transformers and go. She took acting classes. She came back better. But nah, Wonder Woman 84. What I liked was I love the 80s setting. Like I always loved the 80s. If I were to pick a time period to go back to in time, I'd pick the 80s. So kudos to that. The color was good. Some of the action was cool. Even though like we both agreed that like Cheetah beating up that guy was excessive. That was like well like acted. Like the action was cool. I love when I don't know if you remember when Pedro is like people were when he was about to revoke his wish, talking about some wish whatever you want, and he was like people are giving Pedro their life force whenever they made wishes, and they were playing The Beautiful Lie. That was placed perfectly, and like Wonder Woman was talking. It was just placed really well. Hans Zimmer did good. The score in this was good. Not my favorite scoring of the DCEU. My favorite score has to go to Batman vs Superman. I love the OST for that. It's such a good score. I love how like Wonder Woman was so kind to Cheetah in the beginning. That made my heart feel good. Like no one was being nice to her, and Wonder Woman just came
I love that too.
That was cool. I like that. That made my heart happy.
But you know what really?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what really made my heart melt though? The relationship with Max and his son.
Max and his son, yes. Oh my gosh, yeah. That was a good, yeah. They both did a great job. It was very believable.
Yeah, it's crazy how far such little lines can go for a
Facts.
child actor.
I think seeing the Invisible Jet was pretty dope. That's a cool little Wonder Woman thing there to see. Was the Invisible Jet, but
Right.
that was cool. How they explained how that works. They didn't do it in like a cheesy way where she just has it. Like I thought that would have been awful if she was just like had it. Like where the f are you getting this from? But that was really good. So
Yeah, I liked how they actually like showed her like actually making it something that's gonna be like a part of her character later on. Because I don't think they returned the jet anyways. I think she kept it. Because like after everything else, like after they were flying the jet, we didn't see it anymore.
yeah.
I guess she kept it.
Yeah, that's what I loved about Wonder Woman 84. But now let me talk about what I didn't like. Was some of the acting was corny. I didn't like the Roberts acting in the beginning. I thought it was just ugh. It just felt very over.
What was corny about that?
It was just like felt over. It just felt like too much. I didn't believe it. It was like ugh. I didn't like it.
I mean, I see your point, but like, when did the Wonder Woman show come out? Wasn't that like around like the 60s or 80s?
Yeah, it came out in the 60s. Yeah,
that was pretty campy. That was pretty campy too, and corny. So
that's kind of
okay.
I guess I can see what you're talking about.
I mean, not to knock your point or nothing. I mean, you can still dislike that. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
they could have handled that better, though. I guess. Yeah, my bad. I keep cutting you off.
Nah, you good, bro. I did not like Cheetah that much. I don't like. I barely liked her. Gosh, I barely liked her. I just wish they like you said. I wish they would have done more with her. I also didn't like how there was kind of no consequences. Not kind of. There was no consequences to Pedro Pascal's actions in the film. Max's actions, like it just kind of went to normal. Like that's very unrealistic. Like there definitely has to be some consequences to what he did, and we didn't see that. So a small cameo we got with Linda Carter. My mom even smiled when she saw that. That was.
Yeah, the OG Wonder Woman.
OG.
She did I think that was like I think it was a CW commercial where she did like a cameo with Supergirl.
No, she was in a couple Supergirl episodes.
Yeah, actually she is on the show too. I think about it.
Yeah. The CGI was really not all that great. Like I said, I mean it was okay, but it just was like they could have done way better. CGI in Wonder Woman 1 was way better, even though that was still lackluster at best.
Oh, what did you want? I mean, like, okay.
I think because Wonder Woman 1 was so simple that there wasn't a lot of need for CGI, you know?
Well, yeah. Cause I mean...
And it benefited, like, it made it look better. I mean, the Ares scene was awful.
I mean, she didn't really need to use her powers like that in the whole war scene.
What you mean?
She... Damn, I really don't know what I'm talking about now. I don't know. I guess her using her powers wasn't all that needed.
Which scene though? What are you talking about?
Kind of like. Okay, you remember the first Captain America movie? He didn't really use his powers like that either. So I guess I see what you're saying. She was using the bracelets to deflect bullets.
Also, that goes back, not to interrupt you, but to go back to it, a thing I disliked was that we barely saw like Wonder Woman in action. It was mostly just seeing Diana, and I wanted to see more of Wonder Woman doing her thing.
Yeah, we mostly saw Diana Prince. We didn't really
see Wonder Woman. Yeah.
I mean, I think they did that to show that. I think they did that to like humanize her more. Cause like after she made that wish, she lost her powers, right?
What you talking about?
After she made her wish to get what's her name back, she started to be more normal, and she was losing her powers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, also she was doing a lot of stuff to figure out where that stone that came from, so she didn't want to just pop up as Wonder Woman everywhere, you know.
I can see what you're talking about. Yeah, but yeah, I just really wish we could have seen Wonder Woman. I wanted to see more of Wonder Woman in the film. And yeah, that's all I really just.
My bad. I keep.
Nah, that's what I really just.
so
That's what I really just. That's really all I disliked about it. Like I said, it was good. I mean, 7 out of 10. It wasn't better than the first one to me, but it's still good.
That's the thing about superheroes to me too. I don't understand how nobody picked up on that she is Wonder Woman. Like, she does not wear a mask or anything like that. And I guess her outfit is so shiny that they can't look directly at her face or some bullshit like that. I don't know, because that's how they do it in Black Lightning. Like, he's got all them like LED lights on his suit or whatever that they can't look at his face or see his face. So I don't know. I wish that whole thing would be explained more. Like, why doesn't anybody pick up on that her and Diana Prince are the same person?
Right.
Because I mean, she don't wear a mask. She doesn't. I feel like it would make more sense if she wore glasses too, like on some Clark Kent shit. But that's all besides the point. What do you feel about? How do you feel about that?
Nah, I get you. Yeah, it's really unrealistic. Like, she needs something.
I don't know. But it just sounds like I'm nitpicking right now.
Nah, it's cool. I get what you mean.
I'd give this movie a 9 out of 10. Because I guess there are a little bit more problems than what I thought after I just thought about that whole thing with her secret identity and all. Damn, I forgot all about the whole thing with that armor. That whole story with the armor and all that shit, that was so unnecessary.
What are you talking about?
Then they made the whole armor thing meaningless. Cause Cheetah tore right through that shit.
Yes, oh my gosh, yes. Oh, I forgot about it too. I know exactly what that golden armor.
Tore right through that shit like it was nothing.
Like
it was butter.
Right. That was another thing that bothered me too. Like, bro, what? How?
Yeah, now that I really think about it, I do have a little bit more of a problem with this movie. But I'd still give it a 9 out of 10. That whole armor thing was pretty unnecessary.
I can't believe I completely forgot about that. Yes.
Cause
it was unbreakable. Proceeds to break it, bruh.
Right. She broke the fuck out of that shit like it was nothing. And that's another thing. I thought that was gonna be like some kind of Easter egg to Hawk.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like more than what it was.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be, like some hot girl shit, but I guess not.
Fatmic thinks it's a 9, even though I completely disagree. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll be back with more episodes in 2021. Happy New Year's to all of you guys. Anything you want to plug before we head out, Fatmic?
No, I like I said, I really like the movie. It was way better than I thought it was gonna be. I went into the movie thinking that it was gonna be like a D film. I wasn't really too hyped for it. I just kept seeing the trailer and I was like, well, I'll just give it a chance. But it didn't catch my interest at first. But then when I proceeded to watch it, I was like, okay, damn, they're really getting my attention here. And like, I love the whole message where, like you said before, you may be able to wish for something and then like it won't turn out how you wanted it to be, and you just need to accept reality and try to move forward and shit like that. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just been another episode of us talking
Culture
about
Labs.
You already know.
Now we're back in the new year. Talk about stuff. Yes, sir. Alright, peace, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. And we'll talk to y'all soon.